It is the most lovable time of the week. It's time for Second Chance Pets, and we've got another dose of kitty cuteness.
All right, Babiana is a sweet young kitty looking for her forever home at the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. Oh, look at her.
Look at those eyes.
Here to introduce Babiana to us is her pal and our pal, Sam Ellingson. Good morning, Sam. Enough of you. Show us the cat.
Right? Yeah, let's get straight to the point. We're here for the cat, Sam. Keep it quiet. That's right. So, yes, this is Babiana. She's in full-on hunter mode this morning, so I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of snuggle time out of her, but that's fine. She's a young cat. She's doing what she needs to do, which is getting out and playing, and at this point, she's stalking this little toy for a little while with me. So we're having a good time this morning.
What a sweetie. So how did Babiana come to you guys, and what do we know about her so far?
So Babiana, we know that she's a younger cat. We think she's around 1.5 years old. She's very kitten-like. And she's sort of like this kitten that kind of forgot to grow up, I guess. And we suspect that her kitten attitude is really because she was found abandoned in an apartment with 4 other cats. So when she came to us from our animal control partners, there was this small group of cats who had been left behind. And so fortunately, even though they were left behind, fortunately, she was in very good health when she came in, and she really didn't need much help from us in order to become available for adoption. But what we want to know about her, because of the fact that she is sort of this younger kitten, we suspect that she probably just didn't get a lot of socialization when she was younger. Whether she was in an environment where that wasn't practical or possible, maybe she was living outside, or maybe she had just been on her own for a long time. We're not sure. But how that manifests in her now is that she can be a little bit naughty, a little bit rude when you try to pet her. So, here we go. She's going to give me a little scratch when I try to pet her over here. But when she does it, this is a cat who is definitely going to bite me at some point this morning. And that's okay. When she does it, she's doing it in this very, very gentle way. Like she's still sort of exploring how she's supposed to behave when someone says hi to her, when someone pets her. And when she's not playing, she's actively coming up to solicit attention from you. And so you get this feeling of this very young cat who's still just trying to figure out the world. Right. And so that's what we want families to be prepared for when she goes home, is really taking that time to help her understand how she can adapt to that home life, how she can spend time with people without scratching and biting. But again, the thing to remember, when she does it, it's so very gentle, and it's actually kind of quite sweet when she sort of nips on, because she is being so gentle. She's just trying to figure it all out.
Aww.
Yeah, and I mean, I also get a little naughty and rude when someone tries to touch me and I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
So what type of home would she be good in? What do we know about her relationship with other animals or younger kids? Might be a little barrier there.
Yeah, so because she is still kind of learning about that world around her, we think that she could go to a home with other kids. Actually, she's very playful, so she could be a great match for a kid who just wants a little fuzzy friend to play with. We do want them to be around 6 or older, just to get to that threshold where the kids can understand that she may occasionally need her own space, understand how to read her body language, and then, of course, make sure that they're modeling appropriate behavior. We don't want any kids who might be rough with her or anything like that. We want to really try to refine those in-home behaviors where she starts to learn some more manners. As far as other pets go, we don't have any reason to believe that she couldn't go to a home with a dog or a cat. If she goes to a home with a cat, could actually bring some real benefits to her if it's a friendly cat who is well adjusted to living in the home and can kind of model those behaviors as well, so that she's going to be able to start to understand how a cat should behave when they're in that home, how to play safely, how to get some love and get some attention, and do all of those things that we want these cats to do when they go home.
Right, somebody to kind of show her the ropes a little bit. Well, Sam,
Exactly.
I know every pet is different, but I think it's something to keep in mind, especially when you do have animals that you might be adopting who need a little more socialization or who need some time to adjust to their new life. In general, how long is that process? What do you tell people when they're bringing their new fur friend home?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think to qualify that by saying every pet is a little bit different, but we try to go by those rules of threes, right? 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So 3 days, your pet's starting to settle in. You're going to see a little bit more of their character, but they're still adjusting to that new home. After 3 weeks, they're going to start to emerge. Their character is going to start to emerge even more. You'll probably see more behaviors that were not seen in the shelter. Maybe some things that we didn't expect. Most of those things are just going to be their character developing. And then around 3 months, your pet has really started to settle in. You're probably going to better understand how they might be in the home, what they might need in the home. But our staff is always here to help with specific tips. And that's the one thing we want to make sure everybody knows is what the behavior that we observe in the shelter, we're going to be able to provide some information about how you can best support this pet when it goes home. But then just continuing to be in touch with us. If you see something that you're not sure about, if you need additional behavior support, less so with cats, but with dogs, we do have dog training programs as well, where families can register to do a 6-week course or one-on-one support, and they can start to modify any of those unwanted behaviors and help their pet really be their best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it took Corn Pop about 3 seconds to be exactly the way he is now when I adopted him. So it's different for
Perfect.
everyone.
That's funny.
but-
He settled right in. Samwise took about 6 months. I was like, I have the quietest dog ever. This is wild. He's not quiet. He barks at everything now. But it took him a while
It does
to,
take
get
a minute.
comfy.
Every dog
Yeah.
is different. Well, Sam,
they keep
thank
us on
you
our
so
toes.
much.
They do. Yeah.
Best of luck to you and Babiana. We'll see you soon.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I love that little paw reaching out to play. So cute. Hey, if you want to meet Babiana or see other animals available,